Robert Kennedy the third. Normally we have a Lainika E. Johnson here with, I was going to say Press Logic, but Press Staffing and Trash Logic. She's not here today. She's on a well-earned break vacation, gallivanting around the country, around the world. So Robert Kennedy, good to have you here, brother. I hope you and your family are well. I'm doing fantastic. I got a few topics to pick your brain about, Robert, and see what you think about them. And by the way, that shirt fits you very nice. I'm looking at, you may have seen my post, looking for a new set of, not new set of clothing, Robert, but I saw myself like in bright lights with some blue Levi jeans, 511. I was embarrassed, Robert. I was so embarrassed to look at myself because usually the jeans I wear black, so they don't show up like this. But I said, let me wear a pair of blue ones. It showed up different. But Robert Kennedy III, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon show. Robert Kennedy, glad you're here, and I hope you are well today. How you feeling?
Life is grand, brother. I don't know. You're complaining about blue jeans, my friend. Come on. It was just that they were blue.
Well, because see, how they showed up in the bright lights, I normally don't wear blue jeans on stage. I never do. So I usually have my black Levi's 511 jeans, and these look different. So meaning it was just kind of, it shocked me how I looked. I was mortified. Hey, Christina Howard on the video side. Good morning to you indeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about you? Do you wear blue jeans or what's your kind of dress code to go on stage, or do you think about it? Or I know you dress pop, just really good.
I rarely wear jeans on stage. More often than not, I'm in a suit when I'm on stage.
Right. And I demarcate that I'm in a suit at times, depending on the event. But more and more, you may have seen what I wear. I see what you wear. You know, I have my Dr. Delatore McNeil type of jackets, my poppin' jackets with a black. It's always black. I have like 5 pairs of black 511 jeans, so that's my go-to, depending on the event. But yeah, suit, I can rock that. Too. Yeah. But Robert, tell the people who you are, what you do, who you serve, where we can find you. And then we're going to get into a juicy, juicy, juicy show today. A few things we're going to cover. But Robert, remind the people who you are, brother.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? Robert Kennedy III, RK3. That's me. And you can find me at robertkennedy3.me. I am the owner of Kinetic Communications. We work with small business owners, real estate professionals, showing them how to show up more confidently, both on stage and on video. Yeah, we're the communication professionals. Let's do it.
I love that. I love it. And Robert, do you still have, you're building an ecosystem? Do you still want people to check out Amplify Voice and Video?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Check out amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. We're actually doing a challenge upcoming called Amplify Your Voice with Video. That's going to start August 3rd through 5th. So 3-day challenge. Come on, it's free challenge. Check it out with us. If you are somebody who knows that you need to get more eyeballs on your business, more eyeballs on your products, if you want to serve more people, create more impact, and you know you need to do it with video, we show you how to do that with simple systems that allow you to do that without being overwhelmed. So come on, check out the Amplify Your Voice with Video challenge. Go to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com.
I love that. And Robert, the only reason I asked you that, not because I wanted to amplify Voice and Video, but I took the time to put the link in here in the captions and restream, and I wanted to be able to click the button. So if you'd have said no, it would have been a waste of time, and I would have been upset at you. My mind works weird that way, you know?
Yeah. Well, I love supporting you, my friend, and giving you less work to do.
I appreciate it. And Iman is saying hello to Robert and Ramon. Glad you're here, Iman, all the way from way across the pond, Iman. Glad you're here. Love your shares. Thanks for how you show up on Breakfast with Champions. Let's get with it. And again, those who are watching on video in the restream or replay and live, I'm live streaming also in an amazing special community called Breakfast with Champions. This community was birthed out of the COVID time, 2020-ish or so, a little before that, by a man named Glenn Lundy, who's taught thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people the power of, I'll call it, personal development, living a better life. It's now led by my friend Mary Lynn Wilkin, who's very proud of her son. That's an inside joke. Very, very proud of her son, and a great community who we have live programming starting at 4 a.m. Let's get with the show. Robert Kennedy, I'm sure you've seen the news. I'm sure you've seen the headline. If you haven't, I may just take you right off the stream immediately. There is I think he was the CEO of a company called Astronomer, data science company. I did my quick search. Him and his boo, who happened to be the HR leader of the same company, they were kissing, being romantic, and they
canoodling. That's the word. Canoodling.
They're canoodling, clearly, you know. And as most of the world does, Mary Lynn says, yes, I am proud of my son. case you didn't know, proud mama indeed. Hey, what's up, Bella? Glad you're here on the video as well. So this gentleman and lady are canoodling on the in the screen, and you know how the cam shows the people kissing and hugging and do all the stuff they do. They showed them on the screen. I saw the replay of that. That lady turned so fast away from the camera. He sat down like a whatever sat down. Clearly, in the Coldplay lead singer, who I'm sure Mary Lynn knows the name and could sing every song. I don't even know who Coldplay is or what they do, but he's like, oh, they must be doing this, that, or the other. Robert Kennedy, here's the thing of the day, and I'm a watch. I want y'all to watch Robert's face when I say I'm gonna say. Watch his face before you hear what he says. I must say, Robert, I kind of felt sorry for them. It was wrong. It's sin. You shouldn't cheat. Of course, Robert, you know how I'm down. I agree with all that. But I felt a little I was like, I felt sorry for them. But now I must say, in hindsight, now I'm kind of sad. I said I feel sorry because I think they both were married or he's married. So that's pretty bad. It's not like
they're both married.
Yeah, in that case, maybe I take that back. But Robert, can you? Maybe I put my foot in my mouth. Robert, why don't you just bring wisdom to the conversation?
No, I mean your foot's not in your mouth. I mean you are probably more empathetic than I am, my friend. That's what that is. I felt slightly bad that they got busted.
Right.
However, I'm like, bruh, if you're gonna cheat, just do it old school. Find a hotel room.
Yes.
Motel 6, downgraded Marriott, whatever it is that you want to find. You're going to go to a concert where there are 50,000 people. The other side of it, and many people have said this, is that they could have just played it off. I mean, if they had just played it off and not done anything crazy, then nobody would have known. I mean, maybe if they had friends at the concert, they would have said, oh my gosh, he's on the screen with such and such, but it wouldn't have been recorded. The Coldplay singer definitely wouldn't have said what he said, and it wouldn't have been a viral moment. He would have gotten the opportunity to deal with his embarrassment privately with his family. Now he's got to deal with it with the rest of the world.
Robert, that's a good point. But Robert, that takes practice to do criminal, sinful stuff, or whatever the word you want to use. Because I was at an event with Marcus Lemonis, and since this was public, I'm gonna share what happened I was hosting the Aspire Tour with Marcus Lemonis, not hosting it. That was my first event being there with Marcus Lemonis. Exactly, Christine Howard. They set themselves up so bad.
They did. They did.
But I was at an event, Robert, and there's a guy and a gal sitting in the row. They doing nothing. They were just sitting. Marcus roams around as you and I do and engage the audience.
Right.
And he's like, are you all a couple, Robert? She says yes. He says no. Fireworks began because a little something was going on there too. And he's like, because he was asking everybody. Marcus was innocent. Why don't you come up and ask me a question? And he asked them, he was in the middle of, are you a couple? Yes, no, and then come up. And it got very awkward. But Marcus is all about transparency because he's talked about his abuse, him suffering with bullying, him being overweight. And so he went right with it. So, hi, let's talk about the situation at hand. So, Robert, it happens. That's never happened to me, thank God. But I've been caught doing whatever I've been doing. Not that, but, stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's it's like that old adage just said, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. I mean, they certainly had a light showing on them. So, I don't know. I mean, if you're cheating or if you're kind of sneaking around, just assume that you should prepare to be caught at some point. Be ready, have a contingency plan. I'm just saying.
That's exactly right. I love those memes where the girl is like, your phone's ringing to the guy, and the guy's like, you may have seen him, like, go ahead, answer it, no problem. I mean, that's the life I want to live. Like, no, there's no problem. You can dig through my trash, go through my drawer, go through my pockets, and I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. I think about it sometimes. I don't think about it all the while, but I love that my wife can just say, hey, babe, can I borrow your phone to do whatever? Or she can just pick up my phone off the dresser. She knows my code, my passcode or whatever. She logs in and she does whatever she needs and she gives it back to me. And I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, is she gonna find blah, blah, blah. So I love that. Yes. I love that freedom.
No, I love freedom too. And before we go on, BWC audio side, anybody want to unmic, jump in? I kind of felt sorry for him. Christina said, go ahead, talk to me.
Pop culture. First, I want to say, shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
Is that a song,
Okay,
Marilyn?
it is. It is.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord, a
You
real
may not
song.
know it,
You're not pulling my
Ramon.
leg.
It's not really your genre, but um, we joke about that too.
Yes, indeed.
But I have to say, it's kind of funny that to what Robert said, if they hadn't reacted, but can we just look at them as world uniters? We can't agree on politics. There's
Oh,
some debate about things going on in the world, but nobody has had more fun than the whole world coming together over Coldplay memes and the Kiss Cam. I just say they're world uniters.
Marilyn, that is a great point.
Did you see? And I don't know how much you are involved in sports, but did you see the Phillies game? There was a Phillies game that I think a couple of days
Yes,
after where they
mascot.
had the kiss cam um, shined on a lot of different couples, and they went through about 5 or 6 different couples, and the couples kissed, and then they went to the mascots. And the mascots did the same thing that the couple did at the Coldplay
They
concert.
reenacted the Coldplay
It's just
Kiss. Yes, hysterical. They are world uniters, Ramon. Just wanted to
That
add
will be
that.
told forever. That will be told forever. And I know when Robert was like, "So do you know sports?" I mean, there was no question between Marilyn and I who he was talking to. That was not even a question.
uh,
Yeah, but
who I
Really?
do feel sorry, Ramon, not for the couple. I feel sorry for the families that
yes,
have been affected because now dude's wife's name is in articles,
done.
right? And people are going down the rabbit hole doing the research for families. If he's got kids, I don't know if he does or not. They've got to go to school, and now they got to deal with the backlash from what their crazy dad did.
They
So,
just cam kids. They just cam kids. They
That's
can't live it down.
you know,
yeah.
that's what I was getting ready to say. This is Adrian.
Adrian, 1 second. Adrian. This is Adrian Barker.
That's not the LinkedIn queen. No, that's a
No,
different
Oh,
Adrian.
see, Mary
no,
Lynn, see, thank you. Okay.
I'm Adrian Ticky like
But
sticky.
Adrian, you still amazing. But
Sticky
I was gonna
like
blow
sticky
you up
wiki
like the
wiki
wrong way.
wiki
Go
wiki.
ahead, Adrian.
I'm sorry. All right.
All right,
All
go
right.
ahead, Adrian. Talk to me.
So I'm just gonna say there's a lot of decisions that went into that. They
Mm.
didn't just happen to be standing next to each other randomly without making a whole lot of decisions and not considering the people in their lives that they were just gonna blow up.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. Robert, I thank you, Adrian. Appreciate that. Anybody else want to jump in? Then I have a question for Robert. I'm gonna ask him. I'm not gonna tell him what I'm gonna ask him. I'm just gonna ask him. Then we'll switch topics. Anybody else want to jump in on the BWC side? Feel free to jump in. Talking to Robert Kennedy III. You can see him at robertkennedy3rd.com. Talk to me,
Well, I want to make one comment.
please. Hey,
One
Julie
comment.
Riga, how are you? Good morning. Good to hear your voice. And please, when you're done with the comment, tell us who you are and how to reach you. But go ahead, Julie. The mic is yours.
Awesome, awesome. So it's interesting because I had something. I was on the receiving line where my husband cheated on me, and so I know what it's like, right, to feel that feel, right.
Mhm.
But the thing is, it's so good that it was exposed because they actually did everybody else a favor. And
Yes.
we think about it like this, everything that is hidden in the dark will be exposed in the light, and that was exposed in such a major way. So that can be celebrated from the other side of things. The way I found out, I had to have a dream. Like, so it will be exposed in whatever way it needs to be exposed. But I literally had a dream that my husband was cheating on me. And that's how it was exposed to me. So a little different, but I like the exposure, and they have to deal with the consequences of what they've done. So that's
And
my 2 cents for the day.
And Julie, thank you for the strength to share what you shared. And remind me, Julie, to never do you bad like in business. Because you know what I'm saying, Robert? I can say, hey, Ramon, uh, I had a dream. Didn't you owe me $2 and change? Yeah. Remind me, Julie, never. Robert, talk to me. What you think? She had a dream which exposed the cheat.
Listen, that's kind of scary. I'm like, I wouldn't want to be Julie's child.
Right?
You can't be a regular teenager, man. Mom is dreaming about stuff.
Absolutely. Let's shift gears here, Robert. I want to bring up something else to you. Anybody just want to jump in? We got plenty of time. Jump in, jump in, jump in. I thought I heard a voice.
I just wanted to
Please.
say, that and he lost his job.
Yeah.
Her, all this stuff is going on. So sometimes, what is the saying? The higher the something, the
Yep. The higher
harder the
you are, the
fall.
harder, the bigger the fall, or something like that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. So I just was thinking, and to what Julie was going to say is, a lot of decisions went in. Did you know that even when he hired her and promoted her within, they were already saying it was there was some toxicity going on in the business because she was like HR to the people, like some fake name. Like this was not just a one-off. This was a long, drawn-out thing. And um, I guess I just say, sometimes the higher you climb, the longer the fall, and so no one's ever above. Um, I forgot what I was going to say, but you get what I'm saying, Ramon.
No,
Please
I
help
got
me
you.
out there.
I
Thank
speak.
you.
I speak Wilkin. I speak Wilkin. But I like this, Robert. Hey, we have a LinkedIn user saying, and thank you for chiming in here. I have mixed feelings about Coldplay affair drama. I get it. It's a private matter that got pushed into the spotlight and destroyed lots of lives. And I think, Robert, you touched on that, which is very true. We're laughing and joking about it because, it's a meme now. But imagine it was us. Imagine me, Robert, right? That happened to
Yeah.
me, Robert. You know me. You would not. Well, you may be laughing like later, but you would not be laughing. You'd be like, "Oh my God, sorry for Ronnie and Ramon's 2 kids and the other persons." Right? I mean, it's a
Yeah,
tragedy.
I'm sorry for Ronnie and Ramon's 2 kids. I'm not sorry for Ramon.
I know you're not. I know you wouldn't be, Robert. You would probably
No,
tunnel.
I mean, I think like she said, this wasn't just a one-time thing. They went to a concert and they got caught up.
Yeah.
You make the intentional decisions. That's like when somebody says, I got pregnant. Oh, it just happened. No, it didn't. There were several things that happened along the way. There were several gates that you walk through on the way to this moment. And so, I get it. You can get caught up in the moment. I get it. You in pleasurable times, you can say, yeah, I like the feeling of pleasure at this moment more than I like the pain that's gonna come, right? And so I understand that, but it wasn't a momentary thing. And so when people say that they are, sorry for him and her,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, I did. When I said sorry, Robert, I kind of wasn't, literally like sorry, but you know what I mean? Like just in that moment, like, oh, that must hurt. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wish you could have sat in the couch with a therapist and said, honey, this is not working. Whatever. I've been cheating on you, or they could have realized it's not working and know they're going to get a divorce in 6 months. So they just kind of let it be what be. But that kind of issue, it's pretty bad. But Robert Kennedy, thanks for being here with me today. Appreciate that on the Rundown with Ramon show. Know everyone, your voice, your audio is not on speed. It's how I talk. Forgive me. That is the way it is. Definitely check out my friend Robert Kennedy III at amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. Please do go there. Robert does the best work. Check him out. And again, we're missing Lainika E. Johnson. She's usually with us, but I'm sure she'll be wherever she is having a good time. But definitely check out Robert Kennedy at amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. And as well, for sure, if you don't want to miss out on things that I do, check out zoneofgenius.com. If you want to know how to live your life and build your business to the best you can, we have some of the best content in the world, says Julie Loken, at zoneofgenius.com. Robert, I wanted to share another thing with you here. Thank you. Appreciate you, Christina, for sharing all that's going on in the chat here and sharing that, especially as it's seen on Facebook. Appreciate you so much for doing that. Robert, one of our good friends, well, you know her, Dr. Jeannie Snyder, shared the story, and you may know it, of her brother, Preston Snyder, who has a real estate development company in Madison, Georgia, and I think he moved there from other places, but that's not so important. But Madison, Georgia, and just a few short days ago, Robert, several of his offices and a restaurant that he built named after his mom, the name was, here, bring it up here real quick, is Betty Jean's Restaurant. It all burned down, Robert. It all burned down. Yeah. So I know Dr. Jean. You can reach out to her, later on. But there's a good part to it, good part of the story. So it all burned down. No one was hurt. All burned down to the ground. The whole 4 or 5 developments. Imagine a big development burned down. Mm-hmm. But what was interesting, Robert, is he said, "We'll build back better." And this story is now in the BWC community. It's it's old. We heard this days ago, but I'm bringing it out again, Robert, because when I heard that her brother Preston said, "We'll build back better," and he said, "One, this is what insurance is for." Doesn't mean he wasn't sad, Robert, that he lost his property, wasn't sad that he lost the memorabilia from his mama. You can't replace that, her paintings and art. But he said, "We'll build back better. This is what insurance is for." Number 2, Robert, I know you know these things, just want to get your reaction, is that the gentleman, probably a mature gentleman, he's been around the block a while, done this, done that. He's built a thriving business. He said, the best way to repay me, no GoFundMe. No, don't need your donations. Just visit my other restaurants. He's built several revenue streams. He's fine. And so my point, Robert, is to encourage people, Robert, and everybody may not be able to build a large multi-million-dollar empire. But man, I encourage Robert, I encourage Ramon. Let's build a business, Robert, that has some good cash flow. Let's do some Mike McAllowitz profit first and savings. Let's get our
Yeah.
stuff in a row so that when things happen, we can build back better. Talk to us, Robert.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there is, I think the first piece of that I want to highlight is the mindset that it takes. So many of us, when things happen, when life happens, where we first go to is the complain. We go to the whine, we go to the woe is me. And I don't want to minimize the negative impacts that some of that has in our space. And we should grieve the moments that happen. However, there is also greatness that happens. There's also good stuff that happens even in the negative moments. And that is based on your perspective. What do you choose to focus on? I mean, I don't want to teach at this moment. Dr. Myron Golden has this great thing that he walks through, a great lesson that he walks through, where he talks about we have facts that take place, and in every fact, there's a positive and the negative, right? And if I choose to focus on the negative, that fuels doubt and anxiety. If I choose to focus on the positive, that fuels faith and anticipation. And I just love that teaching that he does. So I'm glad that Jeannie's brother is able to model that by saying, "Oh my gosh, all this stuff happened just now, but positive, ding ding. That's why we have insurance. Positive, oh, there's some other stuff that we can focus on. Yeah, I lost my mom stuff. Yeah, I lost this other stuff. And the fire was crazy. And here's this other stuff that we can do to make the world even better."
No, Robert, for sure. And I bet you know people, Robert, or we've heard of people, or we can imagine people that would have happened to them. Life destroyed. Like
Yeah.
that happened to them. Nope. You owe $700,000 to the bank or to somebody and you don't have it. Nope. There is no other recurring revenue. No, you put all eggs in one basket. You had no insurance. You're done. You leverage, you max your cards, max the college fund, the 401k, all the stuff we hear on Shark Tank, and it's done. Like it's toast. And so, that could have been the story, but we have a mutual respect for Dr. Jeannie and now her family, her brother, but really I was happy when he said, we'll build back better, Robert. It just encouraged me in this season. I'm 52. I've had some seasons of slowness and things, but I'm like, you know what? That was a reminder, even though I know it, I got the books on my shelf. It reminded me, Robert, no, in this next season, when I hit 55, as I'm building my businesses and growing, I do want to build back better, even my own small empire here as well.
Love it.
Yeah, so I love that. BWC, I know we heard Dr. Jeannie share. Some of you, this is your first time hearing it. Some of you have heard it for a minute. Anybody wanted to comment on that, respond to that? We're so glad to have the BWC community here. Breakfast with Champions. You can see us on Clubhouse, live programming at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a smattering of programming on Saturdays and Sunday. No, let me take that back. We have Saturday programming as well, called, I forgot what it's called, Life Capsule, Life Fun. Something like that. It's called, I don't know the name of the Saturday show, but who wants to comment? Unbike and join me if you wish. And we'll move on to our third topic. All right. We'll keep moving forward. And by the way, before we do that, Robert, can you remind us and tell us what is happening at Amplify Voice and Video, and a bit more into who you serve, Robert? You can talk about the Amplify Voice and Video, but I'd love, maybe feel free to give us a tip or, communication. Talk a little bit more about what you do, who you serve. Talk about, Robert. Take the mic.
I serve real estate professionals and small business leaders, small business owners. We work with them to teach them how to tell their stories on stage and on video so that they can generate more impact and more income in their businesses. So the Amplify Your Voice with Video Challenge, the 3-day challenge, is coming up August 3rd through 5th, and you can go to amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. The idea is that there is so much noise in the world today. We just talked about the Coldplay incident, and as the Coldplay incident happened, it went viral. There was just so much stuff, and if you go online, you've got to dig through, it seems like, massive amounts of information, trash in some cases, to get to something of value. Now, if you believe that your voice or your business or the problem that you solve, the product that you have, is of value, then you don't want to keep it wrapped underneath. You don't want to keep it hidden. You don't want to keep it in your pocket and hope somebody comes by and checks it out. Right? If you believe that you are called to solve a problem, to make value, to create value and create transformation in the world, then I believe that your voice is the best way to do that. And so we want you to unhide your voice and get it further into the ether, into the atmosphere, into spaces where it is meant to be, so that you can make a difference in people's lives. So that is why we believe you can amplify your voice and do that through video. So come check out the challenge August 3rd through 5th, amplifyvoiceandvideo.com.
I love that. I encourage everybody, definitely check that out. Sign up for that at amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. Robert Kennedy does the best work, no hidden under a bushel. That's right, Dr. Jeannie. That's exactly right. And thanks for being here with us today, Dr. Jeannie. Nice comment from LinkedIn, Robert. It says, I am reading Burn the Boats by Matt Higgins as part of a book club.
Yeah.
We just read about embracing crisis. One of the
That's
points is who is to say what is good and what is bad is perspective. Past persistence is a very strong predictor of future viability. A lot packed into that LinkedIn user. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for that. By the way, just a small tip, anybody who wants to have their name seen, if you choose to, if you go to restream.com/LinkedIn, some version of that, restream.io/LinkedIn, you all can figure it out. ChatGPT will point you. You can authenticate yourself. I think that usually needs to happen. And then Restream will show your name. But thank you for that. Burn the Boats. Definitely. I probably need to read that book again. I think I know, I more, Robert, know, so I more know the metaphor in the book. And we're going to burn the boats and go all in. Don't even know if I read the book. So much in there. All right, moving forward here, and again, BWC, anybody who wants to comment, feel free to just interrupt me by saying, hey, Ramon, and I will hear your voice and I will bring you in. I may stop pausing so much because people want to listen. Seems like people are enjoying it, and so glad you're here. Another thing I wanted to talk about, Robert, is I'm very happy to say, Robert, Entrepreneur Media is having their first big event called Entrepreneur Level Up. People can go there, entrepreneurlevelup.com. And you'll see on the website is some of the biggest names in entrepreneurship. John Taffer, executive producer and host of Bar Rescue. Many of you know that show, millions of views. Marcus Lemonis, of course, his show, The Prophet. Now he has a brand new show called The Fixer on Fox as well. Kim Perrell, 9X founder, investor, sold a company for $235 million. I squint at the screen. Robert Herjavec, of course, Shark Tank, sold his tech company for $225 million. Robert Cody Sanchez, self-made entrepreneur, founder of Contrarian Thinking, whose book I think I have back there somewhere. And of course, Alexis Ohanian, who's the founder of Reddit, and so many other speakers as well. They're all coming to this event. Just a week or two ago, that's all who was going to participate in the event, Robert Kennedy. But a few days ago, my name was added to the dais.
Of course.
Thank you. And the thing here, Robert, is that the power of networking, Robert, I know you know this so well, is that A, just by making an ask, number two, by having the right relationships, number three, as you and I are amazing hosts and speakers, being good at what you're doing by God's grace, those three things, Robert, I think people underestimate how all three come to fruition. I know I know a person related to the organization. I'll leave it at that. And have engaged with this person, talked with this person over years, over months. Part of my Dream 100, you've heard me talk about that, Robert, just saying, hey, how are you, checking in? I check in with you from time to time, Robert, right? Just what's going on? I hope you're well. All that came together with me making an ask. Now, this person, Robert, didn't make the decision. They weren't able to say, yeah, Ramon, we'll put you there. But they're very influential, like mega influential. And they said, Ramon, I will pass your name on to the right people, probably the people who kind of work low key for them in some way, on the totem pole. Lo and behold, days later, said, Ramon, we'd love to have you. So I just wanted to get what your thoughts on that, not necessarily about me, Robert, being one of the best event hosts in the whole entire planet. There's no need for you to say that, no need for you to dive into that, Robert. I couldn't take it. But more so, Robert, just about the power of networking, the power of connectivity, as I know you know so well. Talk to me, Robert.
Well, first of all, I want to go left for a second. Is Alex Ohanian better known for Reddit or for being Serena Williams' husband?
Oh, see, I bet Mary Lynn knew that. She probably died for him. But I didn't know that. Wow, the best tennis player in the world and the best content dude in the world. I guess he sold Reddit by now, but wow, didn't realize it. Thank you.
I don't know.
I'm not into pop culture, so I don't know. I've heard it probably in passing, but And Serena Williams, the lady who just hits the ball with the tennis racket. Yeah. So,
Yes. Yeah.
interesting. Please continue.
Yeah. Ah, man. Yeah, I honestly didn't know his name before Serena Williams got married to him. So,
It's like me
let me
at
get my
church.
yeah.
Hi, Mr. Charity's dad. What? Mr. Charity's dad.
Yep.
That is, you get older, your kids get older, and they get very famous. I'm well known in my small circle of community, so it's not
Yeah.
Ramon, it's Mr. Charity's dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert Kennedy's your dad? Oh, yeah. Yeah. He is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, networking is super important, dude. I mean, if I can pour any lesson into any young person, the lesson that I try to pour into my children is listen, you can go to high school and graduate high school. You can go to college and graduate college and get a degree. You can go to graduate school and get a graduate degree. But the best skill that you can develop for yourself, two skills. Number one, your daddy teaches it every day, is communication. The second thing is the skill of relationship building.
Mhm.
Those skills are going to be what drives the rest of your life, whatever career path you choose. I don't care what career it is. It could be a garbage man, maintenance engineer. It can be a truck driver. It can be a politician. It can be an international sociologist. Whatever it is, relationship building, networking, being an expert communicator, or upgrading your communication skills. That's what's going to drive you through, man.
Yeah, for sure. Robert, what are some things, and I'll go first, but that you don't like about networking? I know for me, one or two pet peeves, and they're mine, right? I got to give people grace, Robert, because, everybody doesn't have the experience, right, that we have, and the knowledge and teaching. It's
Mhm.
what we do. So give some grace. But, one thing I don't like is, like, say, after an event, people coming up, making an ask, and you don't know me. Robert can make an
Right.
ask. That's my boy. Dr. Jeannie can make an ask. That's my girl. Christina, people who I'm peeps with, my circle, not those people. But like, you just saw me on stage and Ramon, can you do this for me? Like, wait a minute, Chica, calm down. I don't know you. Or can you take my business card? Just like, let's slow down and do that. And, so those are two things. What do you, or anything that you've come across or seen that just really irk you or that you don't like?
Well, I'm with you. I call some of those the business card ninjas. There's a specific story I remember. There was this one guy. I went to a networking event. I was actually speaking at this event, and he approached me. And before he put out his hand to shake my hand or say hello, he was chucking a business card at me. Like, those Chinese stars, those weapons. Get up. I'm like, dude. And he chucked the business card in my hand, jammed it in my hand, and told me his name, told me his business, told me how long he'd been in business, told me all of the things about his business, and then he turned and he walked away.
Exactly. Yes. That made it probably even more distasteful.
Well, I'm like, dude, you don't even know my name at this point. You have no idea, so that's one. The second thing is just like LinkedIn, when people come in your DMs and they just pitch slap you, right? They're immediately wanting to sell you something at a networking event. They come up and they say, hey, I'm this, I think you'd be a good fit to buy this. Like, how do you know? You don't even know me, dude. How do you know I'd be a good fit? I mean, you like my suit. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. But outside of that, let's get to know each other. Let's date a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I don't do, Robert, is I don't give my business card unless asked, or there's a deep relationship. Meaning, I'm at an event,
Yeah.
I don't, assume, hey, you want my card? With my card, and it's offended people.
Yeah.
Let's say 4 people. Let's say it's Dr. Jeannie, Christina, and Robert. We're all in a circle with me. After the event, Robert is the one who said, "Hey, Ramon, I'd love to follow up with you further. Can I have your card?" Christina and Dr. Jeannie didn't ask. I don't just
Right.
give them my card, not being egotistical, but I've just learned and matured a bit. No, I don't have to, unless there's a particular reason I may do it. Like, I'm trying to do something on video or something. But like beyond that, no, if you ask for my card, I'll give it to you. And often if I don't ask for your card, it's, please, nobody hold this against me. Please don't bring this up at an event. But like, maybe I'm not interested. So please don't repeat this to me, people.
That's real.
But it's just, I said hi, right? I greeted you. But okay, you farm fishes in Thailand for rock climbing experts under the aqua forest in the Amazon. Not my thing. I don't need your card.
Yeah. So I'll say it a little bit more nicely and
Please.
politically correctly. You're not that you're not interested. We're just not a fit at this time.
Let me practice. Okay, can I practice with you, Robert?
Yep. Let's go.
So, okay. So, Robert, it doesn't happen this way, but say, so why don't you give me your card? Okay, say that, Robert.
Hey, so yeah, here's my business card. Why don't you give me yours?
Oh, thank you so much. You're so amazing. Thank you for all that you provide to the world. I appreciate you so much. Although we're not a fit, you can give your card to Dr. Jeannie. She collects cards for a living.
Oh,
Dr. Jeannie as well. Give
you
them
just
your
set up
card.
Dr. Jeannie.
That's what I do to my friends. I just kind of take the bus and throw them under it.
Yes.
Oh boy, Robert, you are an amazing human and a bunch of fun. Don't forget to check out Robert Kennedy at you're having a good time. One thing I like about Kevin Hart and I like about Max, is it Maximini? Any comedian like that, when they can laugh at their own stuff, Robert, that's what I like.
Yeah.
What we're doing. I love what I do. I can all
Yes, sir.
day, and nobody has to laugh. I can do this with myself. But don't forget to check out Robert Kennedy. The third, amplify voice and video. I want everybody hearing the sound of my voice to go there. Amplify voice and video. Robert does good work. And if you want to amplify your voice and video, you definitely want to check that out. A challenge he's having. Check that out, amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. That's being honest. Ramon, love it. Christina Howard says here, not interested. Don't give me your card. If I'm not interested, it will probably be thrown away and or collected in a pile behind my desk. It is what it is. But again, everybody, I remind those who are hearing my voice and not familiar with Breakfast with Champions, if you download the Clubhouse app, there's an amazing community that's been going on for 5 years or more. It's called Breakfast with Champions, a daily community, live programming starting at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and an amazing room, which Christina Howard reminded me of. There he is. Social Saturdays is what it's called. I forgot what I called it. Life Journey, Ladder Purpose. I call weird names. But Social Saturdays, a nice community if you want some entertainment, some fun as well. Social Saturdays on Breakfast with Champions. And again, my name is Ramon Ray. Get to know me better at zoneofgenius.com. Sign up now, zoneofgenius.com, to see how we can help you build a better life. And you don't want to miss out on the amazing content that we put together on a regular basis. I will pause real quick. Anybody from BWC will join us before we dive into some other topics.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's go.
Yes. So you know who this is, right?
Let me
Patty
guess.
from New
Patty from
York.
New York. What's up, Patty? Talk to me.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a little pushback.
Please. Push back hard. Push it. Go ahead. Push it all the way back. Go ahead.
Okay. So it just, I get what you're saying and I see where you're at with that.
Mhm.
However, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. So I remember Glenn, I think it was like last year
Mhm.
or, definitely months ago, shared when he went to an event and then it was a long event and then like half the event left and there was only a few people in the audience and he spoke like there was 1,000 people in the room.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, as he walked off stage, some dude that he's never met before, did the business card thing. And guess what? It was the whale. It was the big fish. And I'm not going to tell his story because I don't want to mess it up. But, again, being open-minded sometimes to those people that you don't know who approach you coming off the stage, I think sometimes could be your best blessing. I'm just saying. Thank you for letting me share. God bless.
No. Don't leave the stage, Patty from New York.
I'm running.
Keep that mic hot. So here's my take. And Robert, let me see what you think. But let me edit the pushback, Patty. I'm just going to add some color to the story. I could be wrong, but I'm adding some color, knowing a bit Glenn and you and all this. I bet, Patty, what you're saying is true. The big fish, the big whale. One, we should always be caring and nice and empathetic to everybody. So just to be clear on that, everybody I'm kind to, empathetic, whatever. I'm just adding a little more, hyperbole about just giving the card, taking the card. But I bet what happened, Patty, the story, and I get your point here, the story probably is like, hey, even though there were 2 people in the room as opposed to 2,000, I still spoke as if it was a masterclass. That's one lesson right there. I still delivered as I know Robert would do, no matter how many people are there. I still delivered to the fullest. That's one.
Yeah.
And he probably was saying, what an opportunity that I did that, because as I was leaving the stage, a guy came up, Robert Kennedy came up to me afterwards and said, hey, Ramon, can I talk to you for a bit? What you did impacted me. Let's do something together. That's worthy of a card exchange. But to be clear, Patty from New York, I more mean those people they haven't said jack diddly squat, can I have your card? Now, that doesn't mean opportunities won't come, Patty, so you're right, but just wanted to add some color to that. Before you respond, Patty from New York, Robert Kennedy, feel free to talk to me. Then let's get Patty pushback to our pushback of our pushback.
Yeah, I hear Patty's pushback, and I I believe that what we're talking about is not simply the exchange of the business card. There is an aura, an attitude, a feeling, an instinct, a gut response that comes with that. And if somebody just comes up to me and it's clear that they have no intention of really understanding who I am, and it's transactional, it's one way. They want to give me their information. They want to jam their business card in my hand. And I have no idea of how we may be a fit, or how we may connect, or how we can create some mutual benefit or value. Then yeah, in that moment, my gut, my feeling is going to be like, I don't, no, that's, that's, this doesn't feel good right now. And I've learned to pay attention to when my gut says, no, this doesn't feel good.
Patty from New York.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that. However, if you want to push back, I will find one.
She
And
said, I
here,
can't disagree.
I-
However, I mean, you just
however,
contradicted yourself, Patty from New York,
no,
and I'm from the Bronx.
there's always two sides to the coin, right? So I'm thinking, like, if I was that annoying person, which I can be sometimes, if I was that, what if, there's somebody who's your fan and they just want to, get your attention. Is there any, like, love there? Is there any love there? Okay, you don't have time for them and you don't want to do business for them.
No,
But is there
Patty,
any
Patty,
love there?
Patty from New York. Keep the mic hot.
Come on,
Don't
come
mic.
on,
Don't.
come on,
But
come
see,
on.
just
Let's go.
you're adding attitude in here that me and Robert Kennedy the third did not say, Patty. Just to be clear, but I get you. We're not talking about not being empathetic. We're not talking about not being caring. We're not talking about Patty from New York going up and saying, "Hey, Robert, let's even make it worse, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you for your talk, Robert. I don't." She's stuttering a little bit and a little nervous. And can I have your card? I'd love to just follow up later. I know Robert's ethos. Yes, ma'am. We're talking to the highest level, just those sharks that are like, "Give me your card," or "Here's my card."
Yeah, she tried to turn us into a diva, Ramon. I mean, like, come on.
But Patty, I like this, Patty.
You got me.
Do you understand, Patty? We're not. I think where you're coming from, Patty, is I'm guessing here, Patty. Let me know if I'm wrong. You've been so many years a person in the audience, so many years unsure of how to approach, maybe a few times totally terrible, snobbish people overlooking you, maybe, as have happened to me at times.
Yeah.
And you're being careful of that. That's what you're cautioning. Is that what's coming at Patty? Patty from New York? Am I hitting on something there?
No, I think I'm the person who's shoving the card down your face, like eager for exposure, no means next kind of a mindset, again, with love. And of course, you got to read the room, right? And I think I've matured in reading the room out of my eagerness. Like, okay, calm down, take a seat, take a breath, pay attention, and that part, I think it's coming from like eagerness, but I agree. I will never, ever, ever. I would go at least 5 points of contact before I try to ask you of anything. That's for sure.
5 points
And
of
I will
contact,
not
maybe too much.
Yeah, and I will not respond to somebody who is like, "Oh, nice to hook up on LinkedIn. Here, do you want to buy this now?" Or come do this right now. No, thank you. Maybe a discovery call. Yeah, maybe.
Well, Patty,
but definitely, I'm not going to buy nothing.
Let's do this, Patty. You have Robert Kennedy the third. We have 9 more minutes in this show. Why don't you take a brief moment, tell Robert what you do, who you are, whatever. Let's set the scenario up. It's after the next event. You're at the Entrepreneur Level Up event with, if I can say this, preview this, with Julia Loken and Portia Steele, with Robert Herjavec and others, and Ramon Ray headlining it, or hosting it. And you want to meet somebody. You want to meet Robert Herjavec, whatever it is. So I'm going to step back, Robert. I'm out of the room. I'm out of the room, but I'm stepping back a bit. It's Robert and Patty. Robert's going to lead this, 2-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute coaching session. And Robert, take it away if you get what I'm trying to do. Let's see what happens if Robert can transform Patty or give her some guidance. Robert, you lead. Go ahead.
Back up a second. What's Patty going to do right now?
She's at a big event. She wants to network somehow. She's enthralled with Robert Kennedy and Marcus Lemonis, and she's just trying to get with him, in the business way. Get with him somehow, but she don't know what to do, how to do it. She was getting, the old Patty was like, "Here's my card." And Robert's going to kind of guide her. Okay, got it.
Gotcha.
Marcus Lemonis is there, or who famous person's there. That's where we're going.
Okay. All right. So Take it away, Patty. You are at the event and we've just come off a panel discussion. We're exiting the stage and you're coming up to the stage and you want to meet and you want to give us your card. Go ahead.
Oh, Robert, I love what you just shared. You were motivational and inspirational, and I would love to learn a little bit more about how we can align and see if we're a right fit. This is what I do. I provide a global solution to cope with grief, mourning at the speed of life. Now, I do consulting and I do public speaking. However, I do have an app that I would love to bring to a global awareness as a household name so people could pay tribute respectfully on a platform that is, free for everybody to memorialize their loved one. You think you could help me?
So I want to walk through two things here just now. Number one, I love the question about, do you think you can help me? That is a good question. If I were to break down your conversation into 10 segments, the can you help me is about 1/10 of it. The other 9/10 of it mainly was about you.
Yeah.
Right? You had the opportunity to listen to me on a panel and we connected off stage, or you came off stage. But you essentially gave me a pitch about you and didn't know what I was working on, didn't know what projects I was interested in taking on, didn't have any information about what challenges I was going through at that moment. So here's what I might have done a little bit differently. I might have come up and said, hey, Robert, your information on stage was phenomenal. I absolutely resonated with it. And there's something that I'm going through in my business right now that is very closely aligned. I'd love to have a little bit more conversation around it. How can I connect with your team to set some time aside? Are you open to that?
Ooh,
That sounded good. That sounded good. I thought I did say I would like to learn a little bit more. However,
Yeah, it was wrapped in.
that was fine. That was
Yeah, it was wrapped inside of all of the different things, that products that you're selling, businesses. It was wrapped inside. I didn't hear it because it was overwhelmed by the pitch.
Too much.
Patty, was that helpful?
Yeah.
And you see what Robert just did? And again, this was just a teaching moment, Patty. So you're good people. We know that. But what Robert did, he broke it down, Robert. And I like how he said, again, and I think one thing, let me know what you think of this, Robert and Patty. And again, we got 6 minutes. We'll close the show down. But is that not whole BWC people, stay tuned and go to Breakfast with Champions. But Robert, what I like how you did was you added more value. And one thing I did, I was inspired to, Robert. And Marcus Lemonis, Patty, shouted me out. He shouted me out. But Robert, how did it start? Kind of a different play of what you did. I saw he was holding two mics. I went up to him, kneeled down. I said, Marcus, would you like me to be your mic runner? Different scenario, but you get that. Yeah. And then after he said, everybody, this is Ramon Ray. I follow him on Twitter. Ramon, take the mic. Tell people who you are. I thought I was floating, Robert. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. You follow me? You know my name? He said, of course, you're Ramon Ray on Twitter. And so my point is, Patty, what Robert teaching us all and everyone's listening, the scenarios are different, and then Robert, you can say it better than I was hearing what I heard. Add value to them, add value to the people who want to meet. Share how they inspired you, share how they helped you. Be brief as well, be brief. How he said, right. Can I connect to you or your team for somebody really high value? It's a nice, easy out. Everybody all day will connect you to their team, all day. Few people will give you their cell or but they may, but all day long. Oh, yeah. I think you saw that. Were I talking to you about Taraj Henson? She was
the video on the street. Yes.
Robert, back to you. You summarize what just happened here, Robert. Let me let you put a bow on this.
No. You did a really great job. I think the biggest piece of it is being concise. And what you pointed out, Ramon, as well, is that when we as speakers come off stage, some of us are introverts, some of us are extroverts. The introverts, like Robert, yes, I'm still on. Yes, I'm still in performance mode, but I'm also not in a mode to get into long conversations or hear a long pitch. Okay, so if you are concise and you give value and you create a path, a journey for us pretty quickly, then I'm like, okay, yes, that's fine. You know, reach out to my team on Tuesday and we can set up some time, or yes, share with me via email what your ask is. You know, those are some different responses that I might give. But the biggest thing is I come off stage, there are probably 10, 15, 20 people that want to get connected with me at that point. So if you are giving me something long and you're number one, I'm going to do my best to listen, but my eyes will eventually drift to the other people that are kind of behind you.
Like in church, lines of people,
yeah.
that lady's asking for prayer for her family, her dog, her cat. The pastor is loving Jesus, but he's like, Sister Mary.
Yep. I got to do this again with 17 more folk. So that's a consideration as we do this, and I'm grateful that Patty is open to being vulnerable and learning in this. That's huge.
Patty, you know, Robert, we take stats on the BWC all the time. Patty is consistently ranked in the top 3 BWC people, like there's other lower margin people like this person and that person and this person and that person. But Patty, Robert, she's the top. Patty, let me let you get a word in, Patty. Anything you want to add and say before we get ready to wrap up the Robert Kennedy III and Ramon Ray show?
This is really kind candor, because again, I might be vulnerable putting myself out there. However, I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be better. And you know I'm too much, and that's a work in progress.
No.
Go ahead, Robert. Go ahead, Robert. Take it. No. Hold up that thought, Patty. Go ahead, Robert.
You're not too much. You are enough.
Yeah, that's important, Patty. I had to stop you right there, cold.
Yeah. No. We can all adjust. We can all. There's a concept called situational leadership, and what that means is that, yes, my personality is this way. Yes, Myers-Briggs or Clifton Strengths Finder or DISC identifies me as this way, but I have the ability to adjust and tweak for certain circumstances, depending on the result that I'm after, depending on who the people are. That doesn't mean that I change and put on a total sheep's clothing or wolves or whatever it is that you want to say. I can still be authentic inside of me, but if I walk in and if I have the belief that I am too much, then I'm already placing a negative label on myself and approaching a situation at a deficit.
Patty, I'll give you the last 10 seconds.
You are enough. You're enough.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you both. Thank you, Ramon. And thank you, Robert. A great honor to listen to this feedback and for the interaction. Thank you. God bless.
Oh, you're welcome. And Nikki Brooks, thank you so much for chiming in and being here. Thank you so much, Nikki. Please share all your comments. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Get to know me better at zoneofgenius.com. Zoneofgenius.com. Sign up. I got a lot going on, a lot coming forth, a lot of announcements, a lot of shifts and changes and things. So definitely check me out at zoneofgenius.com. Check out Robert Kennedy. Definitely. Robert Kennedy III is a lot going on as well. But the main flagship that I want you to do today is check out amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. Amplifyvoiceandvideo.com. And see Robert Kennedy. Robert, I love you, brother. How you show up and shine. Thank you for saying yes to me these many weeks. I appreciate you as we shift and change and do some things here and there. But thank you, Robert, for being the beautiful father and husband and professional you are. You are a gem, one of a kind. And I appreciate you.
Thank you, my friend. Love you as well.
All right. God bless everybody in the video stream. We are closing down the run.